Good afternoon. Here is the national news from BGI TV, Baba Bagede Imo TV. I am yours faithfully, Mowiri Rebila Lawal. First are the major headlines for the national news. Bandits ask 9 Zamfara villages to pay 24 million naira or be attacked. Attackers must not live to tell the story, Arebashola tells Nigerian prisons officials. Also, a breaking news: in Kano's trial adjourned as he objects to fresh challenges by the FG. Tinubu not responsible for my success. I won't support his ambition. Ojudu. Hoodlums in army uniform kidnapped 7 wedding guests in Ogun. And lastly, also again another dimension: in Kano, DSS police arrest pursued journalists out of the courtroom. Now the news in details. No fewer than 9 communities in Bokuyum local government area of Zamfara state have been asked by Bandit to pay a compulsory tax of 24 million naira or be attacked. According to sources, the bandits are expecting the communities to pay between 500,000 naira and 5 million naira. It was gathered that the communities have started mobilizing funds to pay the bandit, even as sources in the villages said letters from the bandits had since reached the affected communities through kidnapped victims who regain freedom. The bandits have 10 days to go, stayed in Gandu forest and launched attacks on 7 communities in Bukuyum and Anka local government areas. They killed dozens of residents and rustled over 1,900 cows. Some of the community leaders who received letters from the bandit have reported the matter to the authorities. However, there was no reaction from official quarters on the developments. The Minister of Interior, Rauf Aregbesola, has ordered that any attack on the Agodi Medium Security Correctional Center, Ibadan, must be resisted with maximum force without sparing the attackers. He also ordered the immediate demolition of all the shops and buildings around the correctional facility in the Oyo State capital to ensure maximum security of the center. Aregbesola gave the directive while addressing officers at the correctional center during a tour of the facility on Monday. All buildings or shops built within 50 meters from the fence of Agodi Medium Correctional Facility must be demolished with immediate effect, he said. This is a dangerous zone for those who are not invited. Whoever attempts to breach this facility for whatever reason is already dead. He must not live to tell the story. Somebody else must tell the story. The minister reminded members of staff of the Nigerian Correctional Service, NCOS, that their sole duty was to protect the custodial centers from any attack. Describing the center as a red zone, he specifically told the personnel of the service to always be alert. Aregbesola admitted that good illumination should be provided for the center to prevent any possible attack, especially during the nights. The trial of the leader of the Indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB in Kano, stalled on Tuesday after he objected to the fresh charges brought against him by the federal government. The federal government had filed fresh terrorism charges against the detained leader of the proscribed IPOB leader before the Federal High Court on Monday. Consequently, the initial 7 counts bordering on treasonable felony and terrorism against him increased to 15. But during the trial, which held on Tuesday amidst heavy security presence, Kano objected to the fresh charges. The court is now expected to reconvene on Wednesday, January 19th, for him to take his appeal. Earlier in the day, one of the lead counsels for the IPOB leader, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, announced that human rights lawyer Mike Ozekume-San will now lead the delegation of lawyers representing Kano. From another angle of stories, the special advisor to the president on political matters, Babafemi Ojudu, says he will not support the presidential ambition of All Progressive Congress leader Bola Tinubu. Ojudu further stated that, contrary to report, Tinubu did not make him successful as he was already an accomplished publisher before meeting the former Lagos State governor. The former lawmaker said this in a statement titled, "Principled Political Choices Are Not Betrayal." Ojudu, who is leading the campaign for Vice President Yemi Osinbajo to be the next president, said he would continue to follow his conscience. He said the idea that everyone who has related with Tinubu and disagrees with him on this presidential bid is a traitor and a betrayer is peril. Many of us, his associates, were not made by him, as you also want the world to believe. We were already made before meeting him, and in the course of relating, we get one another a helping hand. As far back as 1992, when I came to know him, I was already one of the editors of a popular news magazine with a good standing tool in the civil society. Ojudu, who represented Ekiti's Central Senatorial District between 2011 and 2015, said he could not, in good conscience, support Tinubu for presidency. Still more to come concerning the national news. And hoodlums dressed in army uniform have abducted 7 wedding guests at the Ishara, Ogun State, end of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Punch Metro gathered down the victims attended a wedding in Ibadan, Oyo State, on Saturday and were returning to their base in Lagos State on Sunday when one of the vehicles conveying them to the destination broke down on the road. One of the victims, Folao Akishola, who spoke to correspondent on Monday, said they were attempting to tow the vehicle when the kidnappers struck. He said, "We went to attend a wedding in Ibadan on Saturday and lodged there after the wedding. The following day, as early as 5:30 a.m., we started our journey to Lagos. We moved in a convoy of 3 vehicles, including 2 Toyota Corollas and 1 Toyota Camry. I was in the Toyota Camry ahead of the 2 other vehicles, and we were trying to overtake a truck on the expressway. But as our driver overtook the truck, we zoomed off and had moved quite a distance before realizing that we could not see others coming behind us." Out of the 7 abducted victims, Akinshola said 3 persons were released as the hoodlums demanded 60 million naira sum of money for the others. And lastly, for the national news this hour, the Department of State Services and personnel of the Nigeria Police Force have once again displayed their power by harassing and pursuing journalists who gathered at the Federal High Court to cover the court proceedings of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. According to the report, security operatives have consistently harassed and hounded journalists, preventing them from reporting Nnamdi Kanu's proceedings in the past. These are the stories for the national news this hour. Well, thank you for watching, but before we go, a quick recap of the headlines once again. Bandit asked 9 Zamfara villages to pay 24 million naira or be attacked. Attackers must not live to tell the story, Aregbesola tells prisons officials. Nnamdi Kanu's trial adjourned as he objects to fresh challenges by federal governments. We also brought to you Tinubu not responsible for my success. I would support his presidential ambition, Ojudu. Hoodlums in army uniform kidnapped 7 wedding guests in Ogun. And lastly, Nnamdi Kanu, DSS, police harass, pursue journalists out of the court's proceedings. Thank you for watching. For more updates on our YouTube channel, Baba Gbagede Imo TV, kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell for all updates on our programs. And on Facebook, Gbagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page for you to be updated with our broadcast. On Instagram, Gbagede Imo _22. For advert placement of goods and services, for coverage of event and function, the streaming phone number on your screen is the line to dial. I am yours faithfully, Morire Rebila Lawal. Good afternoon.